Alright, so Luocha just came out in Honkai Star Rail, and after using him a little bit in some of the trial runs that we have in game so far, as well as using one of my friends as a support character, we did not expect Luocha to be this good. Like, we expected him to be better, I think slightly better than, Bailu, and definitely better than Natasha, since they were, Natasha being a free option and a 4-star, and Bailu being a standard banner 5-star. But Luocha's healing is much better than I anticipated. So, in my experience with him, he is healing for an insane amount. He has, from what I've seen in the aptitude showcase, each time he uses his skill, and then also when his skill can activate through his talent, he is going to heal for about 3k from like what I saw in the aptitude showcase, and my friend's trial Luocha had pretty similar healing. But then also, with today's stage of the Stellar Flare event, we were also able to try out a Luocha as well. They had a showcase version there, and that Luocha was healing for like 5k, which is really insane. And, compared to, Bailu and Natasha, both of my Bailu and Natasha, like, they're obviously not, like, perfectly built, but they're, like, pretty decently built, and I've been able to clear a good amount of content with them. And per heal, for their, like, full team heals, they only heal about, like, 1k per person. So, jumping that up basically 3 times in the Aptitude Showcase, or even, like, times 5 in the Stellar Flare trial, if he's, like, super built up like that, it's going to be really crazy for people who have Luocha, because they are going to have so much survivability that it's going to be insane. So if you just, if you pair Luocha up with some good offensive characters, and, like buffers and whatnot, I think you're going to be pretty good for late game content, especially stuff like Memory of Chaos, and eventually, if they add new Simulated Universe, or if you are struggling with Simulated Universe, you'll have even more of a healer. And not only does he have his skill heal and then his skill activating without skill points, but also he has, when he gets his 2 charges, he'll summon a field. And in that field, from the trial runs that I've done, he's healed, per attack, they've healed somewhere between 1.5k and 2k HP per attack that you do, which is crazy. It's kind of crazy. It's basically, it's not really lifesteal, but it's like you heal when you do damage. And the field isn't even that hard to get, to be honest. You basically just need to use either Luocha's skill or ultimate twice, and then you'll get the field for a set number of turns, which is really easy, I think, to activate. And it's going to provide a lot more survivability than the slightly longer term heals that Bailu and Natasha have, because Bailu has the Invigoration, which is kind of like damage reduction, but it works a little differently, because it's that you get hit, but then you can restore a set amount of the HP that you took. Whereas for Natasha, I think it's if units are low enough on health when you heal them, they'll get a continuous healing. So they'll get some extra healing on like their next turn or so. But with Luocha, that field is just up. So, if you pair Luocha with, like, let's say, for example, the team I was running for Stellar Flare, I was running Sela, Bronya, Welt, and a Luocha. And if I got, like, super low with my Sela, for example, and the field was up, I could attack with my Sela, then use Bronya to bring her action back and attack with her again. And all of a sudden, I would be at full HP, just because of how much Luocha is healing in the field. And even if the field wasn't up and I wanted to heal with his skill instead, his skill is going to heal basically my entire health bar, with just the amount of healing he has. And also adding on the fact that his healing scales off his attack, he definitely can be used kind of as a sub DPS with his ultimate, but his main thing is just going to be those heals a lot of the time, and like trying to build up his ultimate, use his skill when you need to use his skill to get those charges so you can have that field up, because having the field up, I think, is probably going to be the most important part of his gameplay, just to make sure you have that survivability. Because yeah, he is going to benefit, I think, out of all the limited 4-stars we've got, not 4-stars, limited 5-stars we've gotten so far, being Sela, Jingyuan, Silverwolf, and Luocha. I think Luocha is going to have just with how much he heals, he's going to have the biggest impact on free-to-play accounts right now. So if if you've been thinking about like, oh, should I pull for Luocha? Should I not pull for Luocha? If you're struggling with healing and you're struggling with survivability, I think Luocha might even be a must pull now, just because he's going to be able to sustain your team way more than we ever thought he'd be able to. Like I mean, I thought he was going to be good. I didn't think he was going to be like this for healing. I'm personally still not going to be summoning for him, since I am still saving for Kafka. I'm starting to prepare my account for Kafka. I've been building up my Sampo, so I can have that kind of DOT team. But yeah, Luocha is kind of ridiculous, and maybe he'll be someone I get when he reruns. I'll figure that out once they start doing rerun banners, because we are still probably a ways away from that for Honkai Star Rail. But yeah, let me know what you all think of Luocha in the comments down below, and let me know if you pulled him as well. But yeah, with that, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell. And I will see you all next time.